In this video, we'll be going over how to get your first job on Upwork, or if you're already on Upwork, we're going to talk about exactly how to jumpstart your page again and get in front of customers. When you're first starting out with your Upwork page, is to go for jobs or projects that you would go for outside of Upwork. What do I mean by that? If you had an agency, or if you're an agency that operates outside of Upwork, even though you're on this platform with no reviews, you have, your page is just empty, you're starting fresh. Just because you don't have experience on Upwork doesn't mean that you don't have experience outside in the real world as well. So if you're bidding for jobs, make sure you bid at your desired valued rate, right? So if you're normally billing customers $50 to $75 an hour, don't be going for clients that are in the $5, $10, $15 range. Just go straight for the clients that you would normally go for. The amount of energy that it takes to get a small client and to get a big client, it's all the same, right? It's all the same. We're just talking about different numbers here. If you can back up your claims that you have the real experience you claim to have that's on your profile, right? Just as long as you have great case studies that are outside of Upwork that you can showcase, you should be fine. Make sure that you have the right title for your profile, whatever it is that the niche. Sure that you have all your profiles here optimized as well, because you want to rank, you want to maximize, you want to use every tool that Upwork has to offer to your benefit. In the beginning, the kind of goal is to get your Rising Star badge, right? That's what they give all prominent new freelancers that are on Upwork. When I first started on the platform, I sent about 50 proposals before I landed my first job. And my first job was actually an hourly rated project that is still going on even today, a year later. I still have that same client. People I know say, when you're first starting on Upwork, you need to go after the smallest paying rapid projects that are, like trial things, or review type projects, or sign up projects, things that are totally irrelevant from your niche, right? If you've ever noticed and you scroll through talent profiles on Upwork, you'll see that some of their first gigs have nothing to do with the niche that they're in. And this is a big red flag, especially for Upwork, because what happens is it takes into account what it is that you do and who you are as a freelancer on the platform. So if your first few gigs are something about Amazon or leaving reviews, and you're a SQL Server manager, Upwork's going to start being confused on who to recommend clients to, right? This is why it's so important to focus on getting the client that you would normally get anyways. This is the most important line in your whole profile. Let me just search for myself here just so you guys can get an example of what I'm talking about. Search any profile, right? You don't see their whole bio yet. You only see the first two lines here. For a lot of these profiles on the platform, when you're scrolling through, you want to stand out and pop out, right? And what you could do is use the bold text generator, like type in, whatever you want to make bold, copy it, and then you can paste it here, and it'll show up in your profile. Little highlights to make your profile pop up a little bit more. My starting hook is ready to build a massive social media following, send me a message. So what do I mean by that? I'm calling out those individuals who might be looking for the right consultant or marketer to help them with their profile. Are you ready to build a massive social media following? Just send me a message. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. My clients get millions of impressions and over 3 times return on investment from my organic marketing strategies alone. So it's like, this is what I offer my client. That alone sets the tone for the rest of this profile. Now, there's no silver bullet to having an optimized profile. There's some people that are making, $200,000 a year that have probably just half of this filled out, right? Very simple. I want to maximize exactly all the opportunities, all the characters availability that Upwork provides that lets me type. I'm going to max everything out because I want to rank as high as possible. Every month I'll go through and refresh this When people are searching for organic marketing, healthcare, fintech, real estate, I pop up. That's the ideal goal here. Are you struggling to market your brand or business on Instagram? Well, what does that mean? It's like, do you have a low follower count? Do you have low engagement? Not sure what content to create? Don't have enough time for marketing? Working with me, you'll stop struggling with creating content. You'll stand out in today's crowded digital landscape. You'll reach accounts per month organically. Captivate your audience with elite social media strategies. This is what they'll get working with me. I've talked about their pain points now. They have to say yes to one of these, right? So now I go in and satisfy the pain point of what I can provide to them. And then here's something too. This is a very competitive platform, right? So you have to do things to stand out of the platform, right? So here's another bold statement that I have is why you should choose me over other freelancers. And then I give them my points as to why, right? Client reviews, over-delivering, responsiveness, resilience, kindness, right? My creative expertise, some other things that I specialize in because, a lot of times there's marketers that aren't really good, branding experts, right? Or they're not good with design. I can offer everything all in-house, right? We don't need to keep splitting up the pie to different avenues. And then here's another important thing that this is kind of like a jab at clients it's one of those things where, it's like you're calling out to them, you're kind of hitting at their ego a little bit, right? So what I look for in a client, open-minded and relaxed attitude, values integrity and relationships. The client might think like, yeah, I value relationships, integrity too, right? Open to collaboration and feedback. That's the most important part about working with clients here is making sure that you work with clients and individuals that are open to collaboration and feedback. Because, sometimes you'll get a client where they're hiring you to solve their issue, but when you're providing examples of solutions, they're going to say, oh, this isn't going to work. Oh, I don't like this. You need to change this. You need to change that. You need to tell the clients like, hey, remember, you hired me as the expert to solve this issue you're having. Like just this will work, right? Obviously not that direct of an approach. You want to ease into it a little bit. 75% of this is all just conversation and communication, right? Because the problem is there's a lot of great marketers, or there's great freelancers that are good with coding, they're good with design, a lot of introverted type business solutions. But the problem is a lot of those individuals as well aren't really good with the communication aspect just because that's just how they are, right? They like to just tend to their own work and be kind of to themselves. And there's the other side of that flip coin. There's those that are more extroverted, those that are very open and talkative, and they'll talk to anybody, but they're hurting with their delivery on service, right? So you kind of have to have a good mix of both when you're in this game, especially if you're a solopreneur on Upwork or if you're building your own agency on here. You need to make sure that you have good grit. Now we're getting into closing arguments for our profile bio. Unless it's a high ticket type item where a client really wants to know exactly who they're working with, they'll read through everything. But if it's just an easy one-off project and they see you have good reviews and a high job success score, they're not going to really read through all this. It's good to have this built up anyways. This is the closing argument here. Sound like a fit? Next steps. Press the send message button. Let's set up a time to chat about your goals, right? So that's another, final closing steps here. Now, one of the biggest things that I would say 90% of freelancers leave out just because it's very tedious work to do is actually not have their project catalog set up with as many projects as they possibly can on their profile. Now, why are project catalogs important? Well, number one, it's a newer product that Upwork is offering, right? They're trying to compete with Fiverr for the, micro transactional project-based work. These projects is all drive-in traffic. These are all hyperlinked to your profile within Upwork, right? You want to think SEO when you're working on your profile, right? So having as many different projects available, loaded with keywords and descriptions, good titles, fair price points. The goal is to initiate conversations, right? So each one of these projects that I have pages of them. Each one of them, they all drive in inbound leads from those interested in working with me on higher ticket type projects, right? The thing is, they just happen to see this when they're scrolling through the projects. So Upwork lets you have 20 different projects active at once. That's 20 different opportunities that a new customer might happen to see your profile. So what happens is when a customer sees this, right, they click on it, then they'll look at your profile or whatever it is that a customer does, and they're able to send you a message from your project catalog link. And what you'll get is a message that pops up that says, so and so wants to talk about their project, and it'll automatically hyperlink where that lead came from and what project it is that they want to talk about. It's very tedious work in the beginning building this because you got to have all these different types of titles. You got to create all the different types of graphics, but once it's done, that's it. Then you just start nurturing relationships. Back to my normal profile. Okay, let's say you're just starting out. You're looking for a job. You don't have any reviews, right? Or you don't have that many to work off of. It's okay. The thing is, you can make a Loom video, like look at what the project is about and literally make a more personalized approach instead of just, a copy paste written type of proposal. I'm new to Upwork, but I'm not new to this industry. I have many different portfolio projects outside of Upwork, and here's a couple that I'd like to show you. Here's the problem that my client had, and here's the solutions I was able to provide. I see that you are in the same niche as my previous clients. I think we can work together to solve this issue you're facing. And then you send that to the client when you're doing a job proposal, right? I'll show you how I write a proposal in a few minutes. You don't want to boost. I really don't send proposals anymore. I get a ton of clients that just organically reach out to me. You can boost. I don't really see the difference. The thing is if you have a really good cover letter that talks about all the pain points, the client get a notification next to your name that says, best matched, right? Best match for your project. And those are usually the freelancers that clients work with, are the ones that get recommended by Upwork's AI that makes this whole ship run. The goal is to answer as many details from the description here as possible to get Upwork's AI, to recommend your profile to the client when they're deciding who to pick, right? Because you can have the most copy-paste type of cover letter and put 50 connects down the drain to get ranked first. Just because you're first doesn't mean you're the best, right? It actually kind of shows that you're a little bit more desperate to get this job. So like for this client, so we're here at Good Hourlies. Let's see, do they have any reviews that we can look at? Maybe I skipped that part. Here we go. Okay, yeah, they got good reviews. $60 an hour average pay rate. That's pretty good. That's kind of in line with what I would bill a client. So I don't ever do rate increases. That's kind of a turnoff for clients. I usually do that when I already have a relationship established with the client. It's just a quick message. You're like, hey, Jeff, we've been working together for a year and I need to raise rates. Can I get approval on this rate increase? It'll be this, this, and that, right? It's easier to get a yes on that when you've already been working with the client for a long time than it is to just get it right out the gate when you have no relationship established, right? Some clients really don't care. They kind of look past this. It's really up to you. But just me, personal preference, because I'm very analytical when I'm looking at a lot of different things especially if I'm hiring somebody to help me with a project. I'll look through what all their needs are, and sometimes if it doesn't align with what my needs are at the time as a client is, I won't hire that person, right? So a lot of people, what they do this. They just grab the whole freaking thing and then they copy and paste it in the chat GPT and then they say, respond to this project description. Literally, what I do is I'll read the first few. I'll look at specific things like, okay, we need a digital marketing specialist who can handle a wide range of tasks to support our clients' diverse needs, from managing WordPress to executing email campaigns, so social media strategies. Okay, so these people are looking for full stack, type of service. So what I would do, let's say I just want to focus on, editing. I could do the content creation. It's just not email. So I would shoot for a lower rate, be like, hey, I can handle everything except email, because social media management alone is super hard just for one person. I don't care what you say. Like just doing paid ads, organic, trying to make every video go freaking viral, you know, that is an arm and a leg in itself, especially when you're creating and editing a bunch of graphics and videos for it. So you should be like, hi, I can assist with this job or with this project. I understand you are looking for full stack type of service. I can assist in key areas such as social media, marketing, video editing, content creation. Let your profile do the selling for you, especially if you're loaded with project portfolio case studies that you've done. You have a lot of reviews. You don't need to sell yourself on what you do, who you are, how many years of experience you have, other clients you work. Can we set up a Zoom call to align expectations for this project? Can you send me links to your social media channels, to the social media channels that you would like serviced? I will review and provide recommendations on starting point. That's literally all I would really say. I don't send freaking paragraph proposals. The goal here is to get a response. That's all you need. You need to get a response. They'll see if you're a good fit just by looking at your reviews, your profiles, your portfolios, whatever. They'll see. A lot of the times it's like these people, they don't have time to read through paragraphs of different things, right? So this is perfect for you to do. Upwork this week is only promoting new freelancers on the platform. So everyone who's top rated plus expert vetted, even top rated, everyone who's made like over $10,000 in earnings are being pushed to the back right now, and all the new talent is being pushed forward. This week and the next few weeks are going to be huge for you to get your first client if that's what your goal is. That's all I really have today. If there's anything specific that you guys would like me to cover or go over, just send me a comment in the comment section about any questions, and I'd be happy to assist you guys with any tips or make videos specifically on it. I've posted a couple shorts already, but I want to do more long form because you just can't cram a lot of this information into just one single post. Like, subscribe, and talk to you guys soon. Thank you.